in the South Island, in the beautiful Catlins, lies a clue to the birthplace of New Zealand. And although it might not look like it, this rocky shore is actually an ancient prehistoric forest where once towering pines similar to today's Curio trees grew tall and strong. What's happened to it that it's become petrified and turned into stone?
A neat thing from our point of view, but a disaster at the time, I guess. The scientists suggest that what's happened is that the hills behind had a lot of soft sediments, probably from volcanoes and things like that, and then a massive flood has come through and washed all that sediment down onto a big open floodplain. And this place has copped it, you know, it's all been knocked down and at the same time covered in, just all covered in with mud and sand.
What was it about the way that the mud and sand came down that kept it in this state? Because I would have thought that it might just have rotted away.
If it gets covered deep enough and if the oxygen's kept out of it, then it can't decay. The structures remain and there's an opportunity for it to turn into stone. New Zealand is made out of such young rocks in the main, but this goes way back. It goes back to Jurassic time, and I think it's like a Jurassic Park, actually. It's just a mini piece.
So there could have been dinosaurs traipsing through this forest?
Absolutely.
Was this forest always next to the coast here, like it is today?
It wasn't right hard against the sea as you see today, but it was a low coastal plain, so not far from the sea.
People also come here to see the penguins. Have the penguins always lived in the forest here?
No, actually this place is too ancient. They weren't even invented when this place was falling down.
What about the trees? Are they the same sort of trees that we would see in the bush today? Is it rimu and kauri and...
They're the ancestors of those things, the ancestors of the ferns as well, I think, and some things that are extinct. In fact, these trees were so old, there were no flowering trees at the time. They were millions of years later.
So these are all trees, well, were trees, tree stumps, and if you look out this way, each of those would be a tree.
That's right, you can see a big pattern of stumps. When this was remineralised, all the stone around it was actually slightly harder than the matrix, and so as the weathering processes happen, the stumps are sticking out and the rest is weathered away. And you can now see where the stumps are.
But it's not wood?
No, it's not wood. It's been remineralised, that's right. It's become rock. You feel that. It's definitely rock. Yeah.
Ow.
When you start to look through there, you can just see rings. This was a southern temperate forest at the time, and it was close to the South Pole. It was part of the great landmass Gondwana.
What have you got here?
So you can just see a few little veins of black stuff there.
Oh, yeah.
So on, here's a little piece. In fact, this is a bit just lying there. Look at that. That piece there, you can put that in your fire and burn it. It's a piece of coal.
Is that right?
Like that. Jurassic coal.
Just like I bought one. I don't want to put it in my fire and burn it. I'll let it stay where it was.
Part of the scenic reserve, which is a place that we should look but not take away.
I was brought up in this area, so I always knew that the Catlins was a special place for the birds, the bush, the marine mammals, and those beautiful beaches. But it's the history of this place that simply blows me away. To stand here amongst forest that is 180 million years old is just amazing.